Instead of trying to get to your life magic, try to get better at understanding what's going on at the table. And then winning will follow. And I know you want the direct route, right? No. No, what you want to do is get an understanding of what's happening, and what you'll discover is you do better as a result. So don't worry about scores. Now, when I play bridge, part of bridge is supposed to be fun, right? And it's good to keep it fun, because if it's not fun, you're going to get sick of it. And you know, when you play a game of bridge, you want to see how you did, right? Is there anything wrong with sticking around to see how you scored? No, nothing wrong with it at all. You're having a good time. But don't let the scores be the driver in how you proceed. Let the quality of your understanding of the communication between you and your partner be the driver. Now let me explain what that means. How many of you, when you sit down and play with your partner, really feel like you truly understood every single thing that your partner was doing the entire game and why they did it? Okay, that's where we want to be. Now, I'll tell you that when I play with my partners, I almost never talk about bidding. Almost never. Because there's nothing to talk about. You just bid your hand. What I do spend a lot of time talking about is defense. You know, let's take this hand. What made you choose that lead? Okay, when the dummy came down, how did you choose to proceed? And that's where you should be spending your time discussing. And what you'll discover is there's a lot of things that you thought were your partner's fault that were actually your own fault. Because you didn't properly communicate to them what was going on. And you could have, but you didn't even realize what your partner's problem was. So what I want to do today is take kind of the concepts we've done over the last several weeks and apply them based on logic, so we can have a better understanding with our partner as to what's going on at the table. So the first hand, South opens a spade, and obviously you pass, and it goes 2 diamonds by North, 3 clubs, 3 spades, 4 spades. And you're on the opening lead, and you can't see the dummy yet. You're on the opening lead. And everybody wants to talk about opening leads, right? How many bridge books do you see that are about opening leads? If you want to have a good joke, Google it. You'll see a long, long list of books on opening leads. They're all useless. Okay? I wouldn't read a single one of them. Okay? Because it's too random. And I'll tell you why it's random. Because you don't have enough information yet to do anything intelligent. But there are things you can do before you make the opening. First thing you want to do on every single hand you play is have an approximation as to points. So you have an idea as to how many points are going to be in your partner's hand and how many points are going to be in declarer's hand, so that when you're playing the hand, you're already mentally engaged into what's going on, and you're counting the points as the play goes out. So I know I have an 8 count because I'm looking at my cards. And I know that South opened and North bid a new suit at the 2 level, and they eventually got the game. So without overanalyzing this, they're advertising they have 25 points, including distribution. Okay? Could they have more? Sure. Could they have a little less because they're counting distribution? But approximately, let's give them 25. They're 25, and my 8 is 33, so my partner's going to be around 7 points. Now, that's easy to do. Can we agree to that? Is it necessarily perfectly accurate? No. But here's the thing that I've done for myself. 1, I have an idea of what's going on, and 2, I'm mentally engaged. You gotta be mentally engaged when you play bridge. Bridge, there's very little skill to bridge, and there's definitely no intelligence. What there is a lot of concentration. And concentration is tough because it's not just concentrating for a hand, it's concentrating for 3.5 hours. And that's tough. Especially as we get older, to maintain our focus for 3.5 hours. It takes a lot of work. There's a lot of strategy involved in that. Okay, what about distribution? What do I know about the shape of this hand? Well, I know South opened a spade and he rebid clubs. So he could be as little as 5-4, he could have extra shape. I gotta keep that in my mind though, right? Okay, I know North advertised a diamond suit. So they've shown a lot of points, and North has advertised a threat suit. And I've got nothing in the diamond suit. So is there a risk that if I go passive, our tricks are going to go away? The tricks could go away on the diamonds, right? Everything in life comes back to threat suits and no threat suits. I say that in business all the time. Everything's about opportunity cost. Here, it's about threat suits. The threat is the potential of diamonds. So because diamonds are a threat suit, I have to be aggressive. So when I first started playing bridge, the people at the bridge club used to say, aggressive against a game, passive against the partial. And of course I immediately dismissed this idea because stupid, right? There's no mathematical basis to this argument, except that there is. Let me explain. If we have a bunch of points, is it going to be easier to set up threat suits? Yes. Yes, it is, because we have more of the high card points to make the long suits come home. We have more of the high card points to control the trump suit. We have more of the high card points to stop the opponents from attacking side suits. The fact that we have a source of tricks, does that make us more likely or less likely to bid games?
More likely.
More likely. So when the opponent's bid game, what are they advertising to you?
They got points.
They got points, they got trick-taking ability. Therefore, is it more likely that your tricks are going to go away as a defender when the opponent's bid a game? So there is truth to the concept of aggressive against a game. When the opponents stop at 2 spades, what are they really saying? They got half the deck, they have 8 spades, probably, whatever. If they had a source of tricks and they had control, wouldn't they want to try to get to 4 spades? But the fact that they're not even trying to do that tells you the tricks aren't going to go away. So that's where that whole concept of aggressive against the game, passive against the part score came from. And guess what? It turned out to be correct. Turned out that that wisdom developed over 50 years without understanding the mathematics behind it was right. Just took me 30 more years to figure it out that I should have listened. Is this a situation that I should be aggressive or passive? I should be aggressive because the diamonds are a threat suit. Now, how nice would it be to live in a world where you haven't even looked at your own hand yet? You just heard this auction, you're sitting across from the table from me. You already know what my lead's going to be. I'm going to try to lead aggressively if it's possible because there's a threat suit. Do you see how much more powerful that is?
We both know what's going on.
We both know what's going on. Exactly. Okay.
Can I ask a question? What makes you think that diamonds is a threat suit?
Because it went 1 spade, 2 diamonds.
Let's
And
say
I'm holding 2 babies.
Let's say if they have 3 spades, right? They're just trying to bid to
But
get
you
a
already
bid.
have 2 diamonds in your hand, so the chance of that is probably a real diamond suit because you're already looking at 2 diamonds in your hand.
I feel like North has to bid some other suit. So
Yeah, if it's
It
over one,
depends.
diamond, 3 spades. Yeah, but
It depends, because if 3 spades is non-forcing, then he could have started with 1 no trump forcing. Now, you're right, he might have only 4 diamonds, and it could be a temporizing bid, right?
That's possible.
It's possible. And you're 100% correct in your statement. And this goes back to my earlier comment about opening leads. You're basing it on the limited information that you have. And the limited information that I have is that North advertised a threat suit. Could be he doesn't actually exist. Taking this a step further, is it possible that there are only 4 diamonds here, but it could still be a threat suit? It could still be a threat suit. I'm a little hesitant to go passive in this situation.
The probability is that it's a real diamond suit. Possibility could just be like.
It could be
2
anything.
card suit.
So one of the toughest things about bridge, and your question is excellent, by the way. One of the toughest things about bridge is listening to the opponents and understanding how to listen to them, because you can't really trust your opponents, right? Okay. My personal feeling is that in a strong auction, the opponents tend to be more honest because they can fling themselves into a bad contract by making dishonest bids. So I would tend to lead a heart.
Jim, it's not even, it's 10 points, why 2 diamonds?
So if you're playing 2 over 1,
Right.
you would have to bid 1 no trump forcing. If you're playing standard, you'd bid 2 diamonds. Okay? Okay. I would imagine most of you play standard, right? You don't play 2 over 1? All of you are playing 2 over 1?
it's very popular.
Cool.
We should have told you.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Let me roll my eyes. All right. Anyway, you choose to lead the Jack of Hearts. Is there anything wrong with that? No, it's a guess. And this is why, to some extent, people take bridge extremely seriously, and they shouldn't. Because a lot of bridge just comes down to a guess. You know, there used to be a really, really good bridge player in Orange County. And he told me one time, he thought he could win every single major tournament if he could find the right opening lead. It's a telling statement, right? Okay. So Jack of Hearts is led, and it goes heart, and partner takes the ace of hearts. And declare follows suit. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. I knew partner had around 7, 8 points, right? Now I've seen the dummy. I've seen the dummy. And by the way, the fact that there's only 2 spades here, is that a shock? No, he took a preference of clubs and spades. Fine. At trick 2, partner resumes the 8 of spades. This is a spade on my plan. Okay. I made an aggressive lead, right? All right. Who's in charge of the defense? Me or my partner?
You set the defense with an aggressive lead.
It's an interesting question. Who's actually in charge? So in any type of situation, I don't care what it is, the person in charge should be the one with the best information. The person in charge should be the one with the best information. And apply that to any aspect of your life. Anybody here work at a job? Okay. In a business, the boss is in charge, right? But he shouldn't be. Because he isn't necessarily the one with the best information. That's why most big companies are awful. Because the wrong person's making decisions about things they don't even understand. While small companies, the people who are actually doing the work can be in control of what goes on. Who has better information about this hand? Me or my partner?
The guy with the 8 points.
Your partner knows about the diamond suit, so.
My partner has seen the dummy. I did not. I was guessing to the best of my ability. Call it what you want. Some people like to call it judging. That's a generous word for what I did when I made an opening lead, if we're being honest. My partner has seen the dummy. He's seen the actual number of points. Is he guessing or how many points everybody has? He is, but he's only speculating based on this hand, but I had to speculate based on 2 hands. His point count is going to be more accurate. His understanding of the distribution is going to be more accurate. What else does my partner know that I didn't have the benefit of when I led?
And that's true also once
The opening lead. Does he know, he saw me lead a heart, he also knows I'm going to tend to lead aggressively because there's a no threat suit, right? So understanding what I was doing, can he place the cards reasonably intelligently?
I think so.
Okay. Why did partner return a spade? And this to me is the difference between knowing what's going on and not understanding what's going on. Why did partner return a spade? Go for it.
He's got high cards, and he must have a high card. He doesn't want to underlead an ace or his king, or he might have the king of diamonds too. He wants you to take the lead.
Okay, you're on the kind of the right track. Could he have just returned a heart and let me win my king?
No, because then he's making queen.
Yeah, but who cares? The diamonds are a threat suit.
Try
So-
to minimize the entries of the north.
But the spade is a weak suit that you're leading toward from your side. If that's your ace of hearts, I'm gonna switch to the spade.
Stop
because
Claire
it's-
from roughing.
Okay. He wants to stop Declare from roughing clubs.
In a short suit.
Okay, I agree with that statement. But remember that in defense, the first threat is always the threat suit. So why did partner return a spade? What does he have that allowed him to say, I see
Because he's
it,
got a diamond card.
got a
he's got the diamonds. Okay, he's got the diamonds locked. He knows diamonds are not actually a threat suit. You know why?
Because he's got the,
Because he's got them.
right, or whatever.
Okay? And since he's got the diamonds, he switched to the secondary threat, which is the club rough. Now, how nice would it be? Boy, I've used up a lot of time on this hand. How nice would it be to live in a world where you could trust your partner to that level? That's when you're playing bridge. When you can completely trust your partner. And I'll tell you, like when I first started playing bridge, I used to hear this all the time. You have to trust and love your partner. Yeah, that's easy talk. But that's true. You have to completely trust that when the spade hit the table, I know, okay, I know exactly what's going on this hand. I know my partner had like an 8 count, right? 4 of it's the ace of hearts. He's probably got king, jack, 4 of diamonds and club length of some sort. And he's trying to cut down on the club roughs and dummy. Okay, so partner returns a spade, declare plays small. What should I do?
Another spade.
I win the king. Should I cash the heart king?
No.
Trust your partner. Tricks aren't going away. Hit the table with another spade.
Right.
And now, no club roughs. And am I worried now that Declare is going to put down king, jack, 3rd of diamonds and run all the tricks?
No.
No, because partner advertised to me, I got it. I got what's going on. I understand why you let a heart. I'm shifting. See how that works? That's why he needs to be in charge. He has better information. And you got to trust. You've got to trust.
So if my partner opens, and I have a 4-card manager, I don't care how many cards. I'm bidding 1 heart or 1 spade. How my partner-
Jay, why do you keep looking at me when you say got it right?
Gotta trust, Marcus.
We should all be looking at you. Next time dinner games, huh?
Even when partner opens a spade with 2 little.
Yeah, I know, they get the 6 spades and you're holding the ace and still won't double them, yeah, you figured it out that night. Trust partner, he doesn't have his bid.
Bidding goes 1 spade, 2 spades. Pass. Before you even look at your cards, and this is a good exercise to do. So it's going to sound very strange to some of you, but it's a very good exercise. Don't even look at your cards yet. What should y'all lead? I should go as passive as possible because they're advertising weakness, which means my tricks aren't going to run away. Okay? So it's already mentally engaged. If you're my partner, what are you expecting from me? Passive lead. Okay? You should expect already a passive lead is coming because there's non-threat suit situation. Therefore, I'm going to try to go passive. Agreed? Okay. So my actual hand is Queen 3rd, Jack 10 3rd, King Queen 4th, and 3 small. Sweet. These are the exciting hands in bridge, right? Okay. What suit should I lead? What suit should I not lead?
Ace.
Okay, if I lead a spade, could that blow a trick?
Absolutely.
There's no purpose in that. Try not to do things that have no purpose. It's bad. Of these remaining suits, which one should I lead?
Probably the Jack, that Jack 10 of hearts.
Yes.
I think there's merit to leading this suit because you have the Jack 10 small and it has some upside to it. Could that turn out to be a bad decision? Yeah, it could. Anything could be a bad decision. I think there's a lot of merit to leading from 3 small. And that could also turn out to be wrong.
Give a partner, they finesse your partner on the front.
I could be the queen finder, right? Okay, yeah, I am the queen finder. I'll find your random queen every time we play with you, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna pull every isolated queen out of your hand. Just deal with it. The suit I don't want to touch is this one.
Right.
Okay, why is it I don't want to touch this suit?
Because he's sitting there with the ace jack 10. That's why.
Because I could blow a diamond trick by breaking it, especially if the ace is here. which is possible since he opened. And I kind of want to give myself a chance to see what's going on before I do this. Why is it I'm not feeling pressured to break diamonds?
Is there in a parts store, the tricks aren't going away?
Because I'm gonna defend passive, because it's a non-threatening position. Notice how I keep going back to it? For those of you who aren't paying attention to threat suits and non-threat suit situations, you're totally wrong. Okay, you've totally missed the boat on everything. Okay? Okay. By the way, after I leave, who's gonna be in charge of the defense, me or my partner?
Your partner.
My partner, because he has better information. Okay. So dummy comes down, 3 dead. Queen third. Ace, queen, 10, fifth, and 2 small. Good. Now, if I would have had the benefit of seeing the dummy first, what would I have led?
Club.
I'd have led a heart or a diamond.
Not a club, not.
Why is it that if I could have seen the dummy first, I would have changed my lead? Because the clubs are a threat suit. And because I felt like I was going to be safe, I could defend passively. But since there's a threat suit, I can't be. And again, it goes back to what you said earlier to me, how do you know? I don't know. That's why opening leads and all these thousands of books on opening leads, just don't even read any of them, because they're all wrong. Because they're fundamentally based on information that doesn't exist. So you know, what are you doing? You have to base it on reality. And the first time reality appears is when dummy surfaces. So now that I led passively, should partner continue my line of defense? No. I'm going to be wrong on the opening lead a lot. It doesn't make me a bad person. It's reality, because I don't have enough information to make the right decision. Now that dummies hit, should partner make the wrong choice at trick 1? Instead of 1,000,000 books on opening leads, you know what I wish we had? 1,000,000 books of partner playing to trick 1 after the opening lead was made, because that's where real bridge begins. And by the way, from the declarer's perspective, bridge begins when dummy hits and the lead is made, and now we can begin to play the player. And that's one thing we do good. It's like, I assume that they still tell you plan to play when dummy comes down? Okay, that's good. Glad they still do that. So they're getting it right from the declarer's perspective, they're not getting it right from the defender's perspective. Okay, let's say, sake of argument, I led a club. How many of you guys have agreements as to which club to lead when you're holding 3 small? I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, that's good. That's good that you guys do. How many of you would bet your life that you and your partner are on the same page as to which of these 3 clubs I'm supposed to lead from 3 small? You would bet your life. I like that guy. All right. Like if I took you and put you in that corner of the room, and put your partner in this corner of the room, you'd both give me the exact same answer.
4 from the thumb.
This is why
How many of them are up there? I can't see.
3 dead.
Got 3 dead.
All right.
This is why I say this when I talk about bridge with my partners. I don't talk about bidding, I talk about defense as to which club is the right one to lead. Like for example, some of you probably prefer to lead small from 3 dead. I would imagine some of you prefer to lead high. I've always been a middle guy. Yeah.
Just mud.
Mud. There it is. They still call it mud.
That's all in mud.
They do, and they still ask the same question I asked 40 years ago, which is how in the world do you read that as the partner?
Because I'm not leading small. The advantage is if I lead small, I'm implying an asset. I know.
Small with interest, or you definitely gonna with mud, but you'll have 1 higher.
I know. I know. Nothing's perfect, unfortunately, because you have to wait till the second card.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I'm in defense, okay, auction, you're on lead, you know that they've got 25, 26 points distribution or high card completed, and you've got a 2 pass.
Then I'm gonna definitely lead aggressive.
That's because partner has the other points, and as partner, you know what's going on, you've got all the points, your partner's gonna be signaling you for anything. At that point, I find that a lot of things that people are saying, well, you signal for this, and so on, there's no point left for you to signal. They've opened a strong no trust, you see 12 points hit the table, and what you have, I can't have anything, but there's a mental block on just, we spend so much time on carding, that part is like I said, a lot of it is, I can't be, I'm leading aggressive, but from nothing. Because we both know it calls for an aggressive lead at this point, whether I have something or not. So I think it's definitely, gotta be careful on both sides of the table. I agree with you that once the lead's made and done at the table, the whole puzzle is out. Well, I'm looking at 26 cards as well as everybody.
Do it.
Well, on that last hand, I'm sitting here thinking, why did my partner balance? If they have a weak, I mean, is it vulnerability that we're looking at, or, you know, one spade, two spade?
That's a good question, and so when I first started playing bridge, I was told never let the opponents play at the 2 level. Okay, I found that sometimes you have to let them play 2 spades, because going to the 3 level can always be dangerous.
So it was the spades.
Spades are tough.
Okay.
Spades can be difficult to deal with, because the 3 level may not be something you necessarily survive.
Okay.
That's a whole conversation.
Okay.
What, the 3 and 5 level?
Like, certain places you're gonna survive, but you wanna play right, because you don't wanna develop the habits of doing, if you're in the habits of doing things that you can get away with against lesser players, that's not gonna help you get to the skill set that you want to be able to compete in the big time. So, play right. Okay. Bidding goes 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 4 spades. Partners on the opening lead. Okay? And they lead the king of hearts. So I'm going to tell you guys a little trick. This whole game is about concentration. Can we agree to that? Not brains, not skill, not talent. Partnership understanding helps. I'm sitting over there. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not wasting my energy. Because energy management is so important. If I start working out what everybody's got before the lead hits, I'm just wasting my energy. Manage your energy like you would in any other sport. Now dummy's gonna hit, right? And I've seen the lead, now I'm gonna figure it all out. And that way I'm only doing it once and I'm not burning myself out. I gotta manage my own body to compete like an athlete in any other sport. Dummy hits with ace, king, jack, 10, 6 the diamonds, king third, 2 little, and king X. Whoa. And it went 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 4 spades. King of hearts was left. Did I do this wrong? King, that's a heart. That's a heart on my play. I'm an artist as well as a... Okay, I've got a 10 count, there's a 14 count in dummy, South advertised opening, right? So that's 26, and I got a 10 count, so that's roughly 36 points. Do I have a good sense as to how many points my partner has? Okay, what does my partner's lead tell me?
We got the queen.
He has the king, queen of hearts. If he has roughly 4 points, and he has the king, queen of hearts, does it make sense that he would lead the king of hearts from king, queen on this auction with nothing else in his hand?
Sure.
Of course it does, because there was a known substitute, so he went active. Okay, do I feel like I understand what's going on here? Good. It appears we have 2 heart tricks and a spade trick, right? Like, anybody can figure that one out. Anybody. Okay. What's gonna happen if I encourage partner on the first trick? What's he gonna do at trick 2? Queen of hearts already at the table, right? Okay. Where's the 4th magic trick on this hand? The diamond rough. How do I get it? Okay, who's in charge, me or my partner? Why me? Because I got better information about what to do. So now I need my partner to trust me, right? Okay, so how am I gonna defend this hand? Do it. Yeah, take the ace of hearts at trick 1. What am I gonna do with trick 2?
I was switching to diamond.
Okay, does my diamond shift make any bridge sense at all?
I must wanna rough the next one, I must control trump.
I mean, it makes 0 sense, right? It's completely illogical. Therefore, what must it be? It's gotta be a stiff.
It's gotta be a stiff.
Okay,
Gotta
so I'm
be-
gonna win the ace of hearts and play back the stiff. Then they're gonna play a spade, what am I gonna do?
Ace.
I'm gonna take it and then do what?
Play a diamond.
Low heart.
I'm gonna underlead the heart.
A low heart.
Okay, so partner wins the trick.
Right.
Is underleading the heart the, oh, I didn't underlead it because I already won the first one.
Won the ace.
Doesn't matter which heart I return to my partner.
I would let
It
him-
shouldn't, but you should lead your highest.
It shouldn't. But, remember partner's not looking at your cards. Okay? And I'll tell you, I've had these situations come up where partner could have just made my life so easy, and I looked at his card for the longest time. Like, it's like he's going out of his way to tell me not to do something, and it turns out, oh, I was just not paying attention. Yeah. So I would prefer you actually ask me for the diamond.
Ask for the diamond. Just say,
Ask for the
make sure
diamond.
that it's clear that
Okay.
I do want the, I want
Right.
the diamond.
Just be in the habit of making it super clear. For no other reason, because you want to be in that habit of always making sure you're playing the right cards for partner to follow it. And I'll tell you what that'll do for you over time. It'll make partner, 1, focus more on the cards you play because they actually think it matters, and 2, they'll trust it. And then when you need them to trust it, they will actually trust it. Okay, let's quit there because go for it.
Jay, what happens if your dummy has 3 hearts instead of 2? You're giving him a trick to
Maybe,
maybe.
maybe. I'm definitely getting my rough though.
Same thing.
I'm definitely getting my rough.
So that's a definite as opposed to a possibility. I'm gonna take the probability that I'm getting the rough and not giving up the heart.
Yes, I tend to agree, but it is a more difficult problem. It is a more difficult problem. Okay, let's quit there. I think I'm over. I actually don't know what time I'm supposed to start and stop. Take care, everybody.